Hi lovelies, it's Jen here. It is Thursday afternoon and it is about 11 o'clock and the house is completely quiet. I'm the only one in here. Today is John's work from home day, so he is taking the kids to lunch because I have an ear infection and I'm heat sensitive anyway. So he's being extra nice and taking them to lunch and doing the park run for me so I don't have to go out in the heat, and that left me completely alone because I've got 2 at camp and the rest went to lunch at the park. So I thought today would be a great day just to do a chat video and let you know how I work out our summer routine. I got a lot of questions on that. Yes, we have 10 kids, and yes, some are babies and toddlers, and some are used to going to school, and how do I fill their day? How do they not get bored? We can't afford to go do a different activity every single day. We're saving it for vacation in the fall, so we're not like doing any vacationing over the summer, and I also don't do heat well as some of the little ones. So how do we fill their day? What's it like? What's our summer schedule like? Everybody kind of knows our school schedule. I'll just quickly run through it in case you're new to the channel and you don't know, but during the school year we tend to get up, my husband gets up at 4:45 year-round to go to work. We get up at 5:30, and that's my high school group going to high school. We leave the house about 6:30, 6:45, and then the rest of the kids are up by 7, and they start school at 8, except for the 3 little ones that stay home, which will only be 2 come this fall because Diego's going to be doing kindergarten, so that'll be exciting, and I'm hoping he really likes kindergarten, as any mom does, so hopefully that will go well for him. But that's our typical day. Then I'm home with the ones that are home, and do house cleaning and playing with them and lunch and all that. If I have a kindergartner, which I did this year and I will next year, I go and pick them up halfway through the day. So we go and pick them up, then we come back and do lunch, and then we get the high schoolers because they're out first, and then we get the elementaryers, and then some kids have clubs after school, so that's another trip, or some kids have sports after school, so that's another trip. Some kids have music after school, so that's another trip. Some kids have cooking after school, so that's another trip. You get it. So there's a lot of trips, and homework time is like somewhere, I would say, they come home, they get a snack, and then they pretty much start homework if they don't have an after-school activity that day. So homework time starts about, I would say, 3:30-ish, and it can go shorter for the younger kids and longer for the older kids, so sometimes they're still doing homework at 7 when Dad's walking in the door. And then we do dinner, finishing homework for those that didn't, and they do a quick chore. If they finish their homework in time, they get some electronic relax time, video games, whatever, YouTube, whatever it is they want to do. And then around 8:30 is showering, 7:30 to 8:30, somewhere in there, depending on how the schedule's working, will be shower, and then they just get unwind time in their rooms. And so that's kind of our daily routine. Over the summer, obviously, most of the kids aren't in school. Now, some are doing camp. I have 2 kids all this month doing weekly camps. Right now they're finishing a gaming camp. Next week's engineering. The week after that is 3D flight, which is like drones and things. And then the last week is astronomy. So I've got that, and then next month I have chess camp for some of the kids. So there'll always be some kids going off to camp, and then there's always some kids going to their friend's house. So, it's just like that. But this is the schedule for the kids that are home, and I thought I'd kind of go ahead and run through it and just give you an idea of what it's like to organize a summer schedule, because I know a lot of moms are like, oh, they're bored, they're driving me crazy, what do you do to keep your kids? And this is kind of the schedule I set. So the first thing I do is I wake the ones that are going to camp up whatever time they need to get up, be it 7, 7:30, depending on how far I have to drive them. The rest of the kids I wake up at 8, so that is sleeping in, because a lot of people say, wow, that's still pretty early. It is, but because John gets up at 4:45, if I let them sleep until 9 or 10, they're not going to be tired by 10 or 11 or midnight, and it's not fair to him, and he does need his sleep, and so do I. So I get everybody up by 8. Everybody is up, and then the way it works is they come down and do breakfast, and then after their breakfast they do a mini chore. They get a choice of a mini chore. A mini chore is like smaller than a regular chore. It's just a quick thing. So it's like the ones I have listed for this week are sweep kitchen, straighten the bookshelf, straighten the shoes in the shoe closet, straighten the guest bathroom, kitty litter, clean kitchen counters, change the tablecloth, wipe down the table, clean the homework shelf, sweep under the dining room table, clean the entryway, and wipe cupboards in the kitchen. So it's like, a really quick, I would say 5 to 10 minute chore, that's it, at the most. And then from that time on until 10 o'clock, they have, after they've done that, free time. This is their time because it's very hot here. If they want to go outside and play basketball or run around, this is the time to do it because it gets up to 80, 90, 100 in the afternoon. So then I don't let them back out till about 6 o'clock. So this is, their chance to get out and play. So a lot of them choose to do that. And if they don't want to do that, they're welcome to do video games till 10 o'clock. That's their free time. And they can chat with their friends on the phone, whatever it is they want to do. At 10 o'clock, we flip over and I do Bible study for 20 minutes, which isn't too bad. The older kids read children's Bibles to the little kids for about 10 minutes, and then they do their devotional. I have teen devotionals for them. And then the middle kids can choose to do like a cartoon Bible or a comic book Bible or the actual Bible, or they can do some of the workbooks. But I put in the 20 minutes of Bible study because we just don't have time for, we do our prayers, obviously, but we don't have time for Bible study because they're not homeschooled. They go to public school. There just isn't the time in the schedule with the amount of homework that they get and then the extracurriculars beyond church. So I implement that over the summer. It gives them a chance to reflect and think upon things and think for themselves. So they do that. And then from 10:20 to about 10:40 is what I call core study. And core study for them is a time to work on something that they need to work on. For example, Jack struggled with multiplication this year, so we've been working on the facts he had difficulties with, and now he has the 6s, 7s, and 8s down, so I think he'll be ahead of the game in 5th grade because we did that. Rio's working on his printing, making sure that it's neat and legible because he writes a lot and he writes quickly, and he's a really good writer, but it often gets sloppy, so that's what he's working on. Berkeley and Savannah are studying for their driver's training and their driver's license test because that's relevant to them. Travis is working about reading newspapers and summarizing because summarizing takes him a long time, so I'm getting him to speed that up. So hopefully his homework time is a little shorter next year. Coda likes to free read, so I'm just letting her free read mostly. And then occasionally she'll lead art projects for Alton, so that's good. So that's kind of like what they work on, just something core study that I think will benefit them for the regular school year. And then we do a lunch. We do a fairly early lunch because here in Lathrop, the federal government provides lunch in Manteca to all the students, which I think is pretty cool. So if you were in school, you would be getting lunch, and if you are on summer, they still provide lunch. You just go to the park. So we go to the park, it gives the kids a chance to play, and it helps our budget because I don't have to provide lunch over the summer. And it's really pretty good. Two times a week they get like Lunchables, 2 times a week they get PB&Js, and they get carrot sticks and what else? They get apple slices or orange slices and a chocolate milk or white milk, and then on Fridays they get pizza, so they really like that. So it works really well, and then again they're getting outside exercise time play at the park, so we do that each day. When we come back, that's when they do their regular chore of the day. So regular chore is like vacuuming, straightening their room, doing the dishes. Everybody does one regular chore of the day. For the littler kids that are like 1st grade, 2nd grade, it's usually straightening toys. For the older kids, it might be clean the bathroom, do the dishes, do laundry. We rotate through so nobody gets laundry more than once or once and a half a week. So that's pretty good. So that's kind of what we do. And after that, again, they get another break, and they get some free time until 2 o'clock. So they get another break, and that's whatever they want. Reading, whatever, I don't care. That's their free time. Anything but not outside because it's already too hot for me to send the babies out, so no outside time, but more free time. So then they just have, whatever it is they want to do. And then we give them, they have an hour a day. They do chess and music. Their choice. They can do chess or they can do music, just to kind of make them think logically and work on something like that they don't have time. They don't have time for it during the school year. Well, although they do music, all of them take music at school, but here they can work on the piano and just like learn new songs, which they're really enjoying doing. So they're all working on different songs, and they like to play chess because their uncle's a chess coach. He teaches chess throughout California. and I guess I should throw out his name. It's Tori's Chess and Music, so if you're interested in a chess program for your children, he teaches competitive chess at schools and also private lessons, so you can check him out. But that's why they do chess, so they do a lot of they like to play chess with their uncle, and so they like to practice and get good, and they go to his camp, and they sometimes go to his competitions, so yeah, tournaments, not competitions. So they do chess, and then after that they have another break, and then it's movie of the day. So each day of the week, Monday through Friday, they get to pick a movie to put on Amazon Prime or a DVD, whatever they want, and each of them gets a turn to pick and make popcorn and just like chillax, because from about, I say 2:30 to 4 is the hottest part of the day here, and it is just, even with the AC, you can kind of feel the heat beating in, so we give them a chance to do that. And then usually after that, it's free time again, so, you know, they can play whatever they want to do. And then right before Daddy gets home at 6, we do a quick run around, what I call it, emergency clean, at 6 o'clock of straightening the main room, starting dinner for me usually, so I'll usually have someone help watch Brighton so I can get dinner started, or have them start dinner. If they want to do the cooking, they're welcome to do the cooking. And that's kind of our schedule. And then the rest of the evening they can go out and play once dinner's done until, you know, shower bedtime, because it's summer. So that's kind of how I've organized their schedule over the summer. I got a lot of questions. I'm not hearing so much I'm bored, which I really appreciate. And if I do hear it, my answer is, oh, you're bored? Here's a chore. So they've learned not to be bored around me, because, you know, I keep them busy and engaged. And so, yeah, people were asking what I do over the summer, and that's kind of what I do. My kids are very good in school, but it doesn't hurt for them to work on areas that they might need extra work in. I don't think it ever hurts anyone to put a little bit of extra time in. And they all like music, so I really like that they're practicing the piano. It keeps them ready for when they go back to school, since they're all in, almost all of them are in a choir or a band or something like that. So it keeps them in, you know, engaged in that. And that's pretty much how we roll over the summer. So I just wanted to share our summer schedule. And if you guys have a summer schedule or are struggling because you don't have a summer schedule and now the kids are home and they're bored and they're feisty or whatever, go ahead and comment below, and I just wanted to share ours. So I hope that helps you guys, and I will see you guys on the flip side tomorrow, which is Friday. Woo! The weekend, which I know everybody, including me, is very excited is coming up. So that's it. Bye, lovelies. Have a great day.